Matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the 3. And the basket by Thomas.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great three to answer right back.
Now here's Thomas. And it's Shea with the rebound.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. And that one's good. Russell.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Young passes to Johnson. Unloads. Got the live by Atlanta. Pass to Shea. Over Thomas. And it's Shea missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
You have the sense that D'Angelo Russell likes to play through contact. This is a tough-minded player.
Here's Young after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Lets it go from deep. And Shea. The bucket on the assist by Young.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
There's Russell with the 3. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trail it. And Young kicks to Okongwu. Back to Young. Okongwu with the screen for Young in the corner. Daniels from downtown. A shot off that time.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Thomas, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. Pass to Daniel. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Daniels has got his second bucket tonight. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Saxton is screen on Young. Russell, no luck. The Hawks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. On its way from Young for 2, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And that's just something that Young excels at. Boy, a joy to watch this guy shoot the ball.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Johnson against Johnson. A wide open look here for Okongwu. Off target from the wing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The shot's good from Claxton. Hawks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Here's Young. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Russell with a wide open look. No good with the triple.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down. Daniels
dishes to Johnson. Here's Okongwu. Drains it from 17 feet out. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Paxton a screen on Young. They grab their own miss. Here's Rizachet. Young sets a screen for Rizachet. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks ahead, leading by just one. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with Daniel. And it's Rizachet in at the 3 spot. So that's the Hawks 5.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Takes a step back. The high post shot. Thomas gets the bucket. Thomas got 5 points so far. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Johnson sets the screen for Young. Beyond the arc. A rebound by Johnson. Nets leading by 3. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Young from outside. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's Thomas outside. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From deep. Daniels, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Russell passes to Williams. Rizachet with the steal. And now Young running the floor all by himself. And Okongwu slams it in.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
From deep, Thomas. From beyond the arc, and then some. Thomas got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
That shot wide open. He's got 8.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy, and we all are, for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
The Nets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Williams outside. They get it back. Back to Russell. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Rizachet. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. There's Thomas with the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thomas got 8 here in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Atlanta again missing. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Reza Shea with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Throws it up high. And Okongwu slams it in.
And this is what you want on both ends, to win the battle of effort.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The Hawks trailing.
Now they can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
It's Thomas outside. Drills it from outside. Thomas got 14 points.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Right back after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's 5. We've got Sharp. Wilson out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's Martin. And it's Melton in at the point. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And a miss there on the triple.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And the basket by Krejci.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Martin kicks to Melton. Launches it. Traps in the tray. Melton's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Nets.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Back to LeVert. The tray. Sinks the three-pointer. LeVert's got his first 3 points of the game.
But you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Melton finds Martin. Now Wilson fires the 3. It's good from long range. Wilson's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
LeVert from outside. Good on the triple. LeVert's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Atlanta.
How about the response by Karis LeVert? This guy wanted to get it right back.
Melton passes to Martin. From the wing. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Mann, and trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And here's Melton, he'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a one-point game. Hey, Doris, how about Terrence Mann starting on a loaded Clippers team?
Think about this, Kevin. You're joined in the starting lineup by 3 future Hall of Famers in Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. And what I love about Terrence, he didn't look out of place. Gives you some sense of how capable this young man is fitting in around great players.
A three-pointer's right on target.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Pass to Mann. Here's Krejci, covered by Martin. That gives them the lead. Krejci's got 5 points now this quarter. Brooklyn's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Watford, that's good. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's Niang. Here's Capella. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Capella's got his first bucket of the night.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
That's a 2 from Martin. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Martin's got his first points in this one. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Three-pointer, LeVert trains the three-pointer.
Don't you love to see Karis LeVert rise and fire? Perfect form on that release.
On the wing, Melton. 6 points for him.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Krejci. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Terrence Mann. Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Substitution on the court.
Johnson with a screen on Young. There's Russell with the 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's now got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Three-pointer, Daniels, rebounded by the Nets.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
That one's in there. The Hawks' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Thomas.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Shot by Johnson, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. High post, Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Offensive rebound. Claxton the pass to Thomas. Fires the 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Rizashea. And here's Daniels. Connects from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 4.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Thomas's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Young dishes to Okongwu. In the corner, Daniels taken away by Williams. Thomas with the ball. Okongwu covering. A shot by Johnson, no good. The Hawks leading by 4. Driving the lane, Daniels. Here's Rizashea. Young outside. Johnson with a screen on Russell. Young, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back. He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
17-foot shot on the way. Daniels, no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. And it's all evened up. Thomas got 19 points.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
On the wing, Daniels. A three. They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Claxton finds Williams to take the lead. It's the three-point bomb. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Young. Johnson the screen. And Young with the basket on the assist by Johnson. And the Hawks lead by 2.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. On the wing, Daniels. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Dyson Daniels, assistant.
Nets trail by 4. It's Thomas on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. Thomas, good. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team. So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
Williams for 3. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. A three-pointer, no good. So it's the Hawks now. Bounce pass, Russell. Here's Rizichet. He's guarded by Williams. Okongwu kicks to Young. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
And you need a foul here to try and extend the game. Best case is the inbound pass goes to a poor free throw shooter, but really they have to foul whoever it ends up with.
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. All right, DA, thanks again. And that about wraps it.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
Big men grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Barrett in at the 3. Quickly from outside. Okongwu with the rebound. And here are the Hawks now. Outside Johnson. No one near him. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Outside Ingram. Lets the 3 fly. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Young against Quickly. Young, the pass to Johnson. Here's Rizachet. For 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Barnes. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pulls up on the wing. Stolen by Quickly. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Outside Young from behind the arc. Drains the triple.
The deep ball from Young. He only needs a little wiggle room to feel comfortable firing away.
Picked by Pirtle. Here's Ingram. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how Coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Young from long range. Rebounded by Ingram. The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Pass to Barnes. The 3, Barrett. They get it back. Back to Barnes. Ingram with the ball. 3-pointer. That shot, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Corner shot. Rebound Toronto.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Barrett. From the arc. Just 5 to shoot. And again, Toronto, no good. Atlanta leading by 3. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Okongwu, no good. Toronto has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
It's stolen by Barnes. On the wing quickly. Still no points. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to Daniels. Let's go with a 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
The shot by Pirtle, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
The 3 from Rizachet. Here's Okongwu. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jakob Poeltl. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And Coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for a team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Here's Young. Fires the 3. It's deflected. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Hawks on top. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Boucher in at the 5, down low. Now here's Young. Johnson a screen on quickly. Young gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And here's Ingram outside. Rebounded by Daniels. The Hawks lead by 3. Young, the pass to Johnson. There's the 3. Here's Okongwu. And he banks in the layup. Okongwu's got 5 points.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Quickly against Young. Quickly passes to Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
They want Ingram attacking the basket like this. It gets his juices flowing when he can get to the rim and finish strong.
Young way outside. From way downtown, Young.
Tremendous range. I mean, that'll stretch a defense thin.
And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get 1 free throw, and they'll keep possession here. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? Don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Look, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
Now here's Barnes. No points so far. Over LeVert. And no good, trying to use the glass. Atlanta leading by 4. Here's Daniels. Offline with a 3. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in, they're working, they're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Alec.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Boucher finds quickly. Back to Boucher.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Daniels. It's stolen by Ingram. That's tipped. Daniels passes to LeVert. From downtown, the offensive rebound. Raptors trail by 6. Left side Ingram. Kicks it out to Barrett. Takes a three. Pure from three-point range. Barrett's got 8.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Here's Daniels. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Okongwu. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors trail by 5. The 3, Barrett. Boucher. It's good on the putback. Boucher's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Out of bounds, it'll go to the Raptors.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
So Toronto ends up going with a new group. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Mobo. Puts up a 3. Here's Dick. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Here's Daniels. 6 points for him. No good from outside. Here's Dick. And it's all tied up. Dick's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Tie game in Atlanta. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Bronze. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
They've got Terrence Mann, George Niang out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Krejci in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
LeVert outside. Counted from distance. LeVert's got 6 points.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. They've swayed the outcome of games. And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that gonna get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And here's LeVert for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. LeVert's got 6 in the quarter. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Here's Dick. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Fires from deep. They grab their own miss. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. The long distance 3 is buried. Dick's got his second basket of the game.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Boucher. Here's Mobo. There's the drive. Tries again. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Finished off the break. Niang's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Ooh, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. And the three-pointer goes. Niang's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Takes the three. Rebound Toronto. Boucher outside. Outside Dick. Fires for three. The rebound by Mann. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Niang outside. And the Hawks tack on 2 more. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Krejci, the pass to Mann. And here's LeVert. Fires it from 18. Hits the front of the rim and out. Right side Dick. Oh, he buries the 20-footer. Dick's got 8.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And he's going for the oop here. And Nance with the slam.
Give credit to LeVert. The correct choice in the pick and roll. Sometimes it's best to just give up the rock.
Jacks up a 3. Dick gets the bucket. Dick's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Screen by Capella. LeVert with the ball. And it's Boucher picking him up. And the slam dunk by Capella.
A threat to hammer home the alley-oop. Capella, his timing on these plays is tremendous.
Left side Dick on the take. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Here's Krejci. Yet to see a basket. He can't get that one to fall. Tipped away. Lets it go. Dick with a miss.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Pass to Krejci. Shot from the wing. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Krejci's got his first basket of the night.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team give... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Jakob Poeltl, and it's Lawson in at the point. Outside Dick to the wing, right side. Here's Battle. And the 3 off target. And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 1. Fearless from Young inside.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
From deep Poeltl. Capella with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Young from long range. And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, offensively, Capella's game is grabbing offensive boards. You have to put a body on him.
Here's Mobo. And again, Toronto, no good. The Hawks lead by 5. Until they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for Nance. Risache, he's checked in for Mann. And Daniels is subbed in for Krejci.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
The 3, Barrett. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Daniels. This one for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Young against quickly. Hook loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Here's Young. A 3 from the inbound. Young with the signature tray.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow. Pass to Risache. Young against quickly. Shot is up. Young misses. Raptors trail by 10. He stops. He pops. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And it's Atlanta's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Picked up by Okongwu. He shoots. And it's Young again missing. For Toronto, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. The Hawks lead by 8. Pass to Daniels. 4-3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Daniels. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Risache. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Stolen. Okongwu with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. Okongwu against Ingram. From deep, Johnson. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
The 3, Barrett. He buries it from 3.
You gotta like the quick decision-making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
Okongwu, pass to Daniels. Outside Young. Fires the 3. Ooh, excellent D there from quickly. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. 6-point game. Young, the pass to Okongwu. Up high, and down it goes on the lob. Hits the 3-pointer. Okongwu has the open look, and that one falls. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. Force.
be the Nets off the tip. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Brandon Ingram's out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Barrett at the small forward.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Here's Quickly. And the rejection by Claxton. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Outside for Thomas. There's the triple. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
There's Thomas with the 3. It's good from long range.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Russell with a wide open look. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
Cognizant of the entire court. Russell aware of where the defenders are and really does a great job creating opportunities.
Now, here's Barrett. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
The 3 from Thomas. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pirtle with a screen on Russell. A 3 from Quickly. Rebounded by the Nets.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez.
So we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Barnes passes to Quickly. And the 3 off target.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Russell, no good. And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric.
Finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. The Raptors shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Russell looking it over. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Russell's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Brooklyn.
Feeling out the pick and roll. Russell never looks like he's in a hurry.
Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Ingram's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Ingram outside. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Cans it from downtown. He's got 8.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ingram against Thomas. Releases. And it's Ingram missing.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
That's good for Thomas on the assist by Russell.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Hurdle with a screen on Thomas. Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with the 9-point lead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Johnson, and it's Williams at the 3. So that's the Nets 5. Stolen by Quickly. Outside, Barrett pulls up from the corner, and he comes up with the deuce. Barrett's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Raptors. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, right? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
A 3 from Barnes. Rebound by Johnson. Nets leading by 7. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Barrett. Johnson, the pass to Russell. Over quickly. Hands the shot from the wing. Russell's got 12. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Johnson, a wide open look. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Ingram. Count that one. 12 points for him.
And this is what you want more of. Ingram has to keep being aggressive like this.
Pass to Johnson. And it's Russell in the corner. Stolen by Quickly. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go.
And this is what Ingram can do for you. Make a variety of shots over the course of a game. Tonight, he has been unstoppable.
There's Russell with the 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Quickly. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Johnson, a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Russell against Quickly. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And that one's good. Russell.
An active competitor. Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
And they get it back. Boucher kicks to quickly. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 8 now on the night. There's Russell with the 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And again, Toronto no up. And here are the Nets. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Shot on the wing. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now it's a 12-point Nets lead.
Good work on the offensive glass. Johnson putting his 6'8" height to great use.
He takes it in, and that one's good quickly.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Johnson, the pass to Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Johnson. And it's off from three-point range. And that concludes the first half. The Nets lead by 10. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. We've got Jakob Poeltl. Dick is out there with Walter. And it's Abaji in at the 3 slot.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Richard, take a look at DeAnthony Melton's game. A combo guard, and size him up for us.
He's one of the combo guards that every team loves to have on their roster. He can hit an open 3, but he can also guard a #1 offensive player on the other end and take the challenge every single night.
Dick. A rebound by the Nets. Melton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Wilson. Jacks up a 3. Thomas checked in for Mark.
Personal foul. Coming onto the floor for your Knicks.
Raptors trail by 12. It's Dick on the wing. Fires the 3. Goes back up. It's deflected. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. There's Thomas with the 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And there it is for him.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is. And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open 3s like that. What are you doing?
And he drives in, off on the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And another basket for Toronto. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
Dick with it. 8 points for him. Pirtle. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Thomas kicks to Melton. Puts up a 3. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Here's Dick. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and we're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. And this format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, DA. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Now, here's Melton. He's tightly guarded. Bucket is good. Melton's got 5 points so far.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Thomas. Thomas with another miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Shoots it up. The shot by Watford, no good. Raptors trail by 12. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Watford. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Abaji. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Johnson. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 10. There's Russell with the 3. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Ingram wide open. Off target from 3-point range.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Claxton no good. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Barnes. Barrett trying to free himself up. And that one's good, Barnes.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Outside Russell from downtown. Johnson outside. Another shot. And the shot is good.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
And here's quickly for 3. It's Barrett on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Ingram missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Johnson for 3. Drills it from outside. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Johnson right side. Plenty of space. Another one falls for Brooklyn. Raptors trail by 15. Ingram fires from way outside. Ingram can't get that one to fall. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Russell with the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And the Raptors miss again.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Raptor shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
Johnson for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Johnson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Nets.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Here's Russell, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And sensing the situation, Russell with the stop and pop. Nice choice.
Barrett dishes to Barnes. And the rejection by Claxton. Barnes outside, pass to Ingram. Shot to stop the run, drills the three-pointer.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
Johnson for 3. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Here's quickly. Finished off the break.
Assist. Brandon Ingram.
And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's Johnson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Barnes passes to Barrett. Takes the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
3.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Fires from way outside. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So
great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Claxton with a rebound.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Goes up from the top of the key. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. Now Young. Pass to Johnson. From the top of the key, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Johnson's got 8.
Pretty much no one is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Brooklyn has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Ricochet, no good. Fast break, Brooklyn. Right wing. Hey, from beyond the arc. The shot, no good. The Hawks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Three-pointer. Atlanta again missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Johnson for 3. They get the rebound. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Chalk up 2 there. The Nets have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Thomas outside. Pass to Johnson. Over Young. The shot by Johnson, no good.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
There's the screen by Johnson. The 3 from Ricochet. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Ricochet will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Launches it. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Now here's Johnson. Back to Young. Launches a 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 3. And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his team's always finished in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Johnson. There's the triple. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside Johnson. Now Young with a steal. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Ricochet. And Atlanta misses again. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point lead. It's Thomas on the wing. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Pass to Rizachet. They need this. Some solid defense from Williams.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Here's Thomas for three. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Young from long range. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that concludes the first quarter of play. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Rizachet in at the 3, the small forward. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department. And then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Johnson. 10 points for him. Buries it from 3. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
And Atlanta with possession here after the basket by Brooklyn. Daniels misses. Williams on the wing from outside the arc. Sinks the tray. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
The 3 from Rizachet. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 3 assists in the game.
I love how competitive this kid Rizachet is, coming right back with his own triple.
Johnson. And Young pulls it down.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Here's Daniels. Kept alive.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Hawks trail by 10. Pass to Rizachet. Shoots. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 11. Thomas with the ball. A deep 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Daniels. Puts the move on, and he takes it up and lays it in. Daniels has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
There's a screen by Johnson. Thomas passes to Johnson, and out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, B.A., dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, B.A.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 15. Claxton passes to Whitehead. Now here's Johnson. From deep. Count it. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Young, plenty of space, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. 8-point game. Here's Daniels. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
And look at that. The vision is why Trae Young can get you double-digit assists.
Here's Whitehead. No points yet. 32 seconds left to play in the second quarter. On target from range.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Daniels. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn leading by 9. The 3. Rebounded by Daniels. Outside Johnson. Pass to Daniels. The 3. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. We'll be right back. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Hawks trail by 9. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Sharp out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Martin in at the 2-guard position. And that's the group for Jordy Fernandez as we begin the second half.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Capella. The 3 is up. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
I'm not sure who is supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Whitehead. Pass to Martin. The rebound by Atlanta.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Well, the Nets shooting pretty well at 45%. And he dunks it down.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
The shot by LeVert, no good. The Nets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Watford. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Watford's gotten 4 this quarter.
That's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Melton, he's checked in for Whitehead. Outside man. Inside. Here's Niang. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 9. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
Well, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Hawks trail by 12. And here's LeVert for 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Melton against LeVert. Tries a 9-footer. Good. He hits the jumper. And the Nets lead by 14. Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. LeVert passes to Niang. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Niang's got 5 points.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Fades back. No good.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. No good there.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Melton misses. Hawks trail by 12. On the push, here comes Atlanta. LeVert, that's good. He's got 5.
On the fast break, LeVert's energy is everything. He sticks with the play the whole way and sinks it.
Melton passes to Watford. Now Martin. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance. Martin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's the 3. Nails it from 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And that one's good. Melton. And Atlanta has possession, trailing by 13. And here's LeVert for 3. Sharp grabs the miss.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Melton passes to Wilson. That one rolls around and rims out. 1 second left. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Brooklyn in command with a 13-point. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then it's Larry Nance. Then it's Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the 2 spot. Drills it from deep.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as many as 14. Thomas, that's good.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Johnson. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Johnson's got 20. Hawks trail by 13. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. LeVert passes to Mann. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
A Swiss Army knife talent. LeVert is very skilled at setting the table for his teammates.
A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Johnson, he's checked in for Niang. Risachet comes in for Mann. Daniels is checked in for Krejci. And it's Trae Young in for LeVert. Now here's Johnson. Williams with the screen. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
It's stolen by Johnson. Fast break, Brooklyn, the finish! And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Thomas outside. Goes up on the wing. The rebound by the Hawks.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Nance. From deep, Johnson. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Thomas. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Thomas has got 7 now in this quarter. Johnson against Young. The shot from 20 feet out. Claxton with a rebound.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
And Claxton throws it down.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Now here's Young. Oh, Young! Deep shot.
This is Trae Young's specialty. He's just going to stretch out the defense.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Releases. Outside Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas, that's good.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
From deep, Johnson. That one no good. Hawks trail by 12. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice pass by Sachet. You can already see he has a high basketball IQ.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Nets.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Keon Johnson.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Williams. Over Sachet. Williams misses. So it's Atlanta now. It's a 13-point game. There's Young with the 3. Not going to go that time. And it's Brooklyn ball. At one point, they led by 16. Johnson with it. Fires away from way outside. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference.
that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the small forward. And Ingram launches it from deep. They get it again. Now Reza Shea. Three-pointer, Daniels. It's rebounded by Quickly. Ingram wide open. Hits it from three-point range.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
On its way from Young for two, and he misses his first shot.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Boucher passes to Quickly, and Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Sinks the triple.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding it.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
The shot by Okongwu, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Well, you see Boucher willing to take a hit if it means getting to the free throw line. Nice job, Chris.
It's his first trip to the line.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Boucher with the steal. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Reza Shea. Over Barrett. And Reza Shea. The bucket on the assist by Johnson.
Reza Shea has everything you need to be a great mid-range shooter. He stays on balance, can rise above defenders, and has that high release point. He's got the total package.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Spoke earlier with Darko Rajakovic. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Now, here's Boucher. For 3, Ingram trains it from beyond the arc. Ingram's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Raptors.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Back to Young. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the first. Over Quickly. Young with a terrific move and the bucket. Young's got 5. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Snatched away. Here's Reza Shea. A three-pointer off the mark. Toronto trailing. Quickly kicks to Ingram. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. On the wing, Daniels. From deep. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Launches a 3. Boucher with the rebound. After shooting pretty brave so far, about 23%. And that one is good.
R.J. Barrett trusting the jumper in the catch and shoot. Boy, if he's consistent with that, turn the lights out.
And Young kicks to Johnson. Pass to Daniels. Ingram with the steal. From outside the arc, that ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Daniels, no good. Raptors with the lead. Fires the 3. And it's Ingram missing. The tray. Daniels, no good. Barrett kicks to Ingram. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. And here's quickly for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Raptors?
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram's out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Boucher in at the center position. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Such a wide open look. Johnson's got 5.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Barrett with a screen on LeVert. Quickly with a wide open look. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Knocked loose. Johnson kicks to Okongwu. Pass to LeVert. Okongwu with the screen for LeVert. Off target from outside. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And slam dunk by Ingram.
More and more we see Ingram attack on the drive and convert it. His length and skill allow him to do so many things.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Barrett dishes to Barnes. Outside, Barrett. Off target with his 3. The Hawks trailing. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And here is quickly. He has 6. Nailed from three-point land. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Here's LeVert. Goes up off the inbound. And it's good on the layup.
Now, there's a reason Karis LeVert shoots well from the field. This guy is great at picking great opportunities.
It's Barrett on the wing. That 3 off the mark.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And Johnson with the stuff.
And this kid, Ricochet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
A 3 from Quickly, and the 3 ball is good. Quickly's got 12 points in the game.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. For 3, Ingram. Rebound by the Hawks.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Lobbed up there for Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic. Barrett kicks to quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Ingram's got 8 points in the quarter.
And we've seen this type of effortless dominance from Ingram before, growing accustomed to carrying the load.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 11. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
Quickly kicks to Ingram. And it's Daniels with the rebound. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's LeVert. Pass to Okongwu. A fader. Toronto grabs the miss. Boucher's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Barrett wide open. He fires. And staying with the play, Ingram. Ingram's got the lead up to 7 now for Toronto.
Yeah, staying active off ball. Ingram inserts himself into the play when he's needed.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Lobbed up there for Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
The kick out to Barnes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The shot missing. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for the Toronto Raptors. His production head. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Karis LeVert. Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Krejci in at the shooting guard.
First team foul.
Here's Mann. And he's good on the 3-ball. Mann's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Atlanta. Dick wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Mann passes to LeVert. Bertle with the double team. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Krejci, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Kept alive. Right wing. Here's Bertle. Pass to Mobo. Takes a 3. The offensive rebound. Now Dick fires from deep. Not going to go that time. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Toronto, they've got a paltry 0-6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half.
And already a terrific three-point shooter. Look at the range of Grady Dick.
Niang. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. Raptors leading by 3. Pass to Dick. From past the arc. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
LeVert kicks to Niang. And that's good. Karis LeVert for 3. LeVert's got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Poeltl, the combination of 7-foot size and great skill.
You know what, Kevin, to me, this young man has a nuanced understanding of the game. He sees the floor, so that means at his size, he can make on-time and on-target passes. He's a very capable rebounder and defender. There's just a lot to like about his game.
The Raptors making a switch here. Lawson's checked in. Young's checked in for the Hawks. Oh, Nance in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The very definition of a high flyer, Larry Nance, my goodness.
The Hawks trail by 3. Mann passes to Young for the tie. And Poeltl pulls it down. Lawson has the open look. No good on the triple.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
On its way from Young for 2. Abaji pulls it in. Raptors leading by 3. Dick, pass good.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Young for 3. The Hawks again can't hit. Three-pointer, Lawson. From the arc. Rebound, Atlanta. Nance has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Mann. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mann's got 5 points so far.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Dick. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. And the Raptors lead by 6.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Young, good.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
There's the drive. They get the rebound. Pass to Dick. Hands the shot with nobody near him. And it's 13 points for Grady Dick.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Raptors leading by 6. Three-pointer. 41 seconds left here in the third quarter. Launches it. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 16 points for him. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Mann in the corner. Offline with his 3.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Pass to Abaji. This one for 3. Buries it from three-point range. And it's a 12-point Raptor lead.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
He got it up. The shot, no good. And so it's Toronto enjoying a 12-point lead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
That's his first personal.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Boucher in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And here's quickly for 3. Offensive rebound.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Toronto.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Nance outside, driving inside. Pass to man. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. From outside, off the mark. Toronto leading by 12. And here's Ingram from the arc. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Yep, it counts. And the Raptors lead by 14.
Wow, Chris Boucher using that length to finish on the interior. Nice shot.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Okongwu kicks to Young. Here's the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got it back down to single digits for Atlanta.
And one thing about Trae Young, this guy has zero fear. Always looking to pull from deep.
Barrett, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And here's Young from the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Here's Quickly. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Yeah, right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Okongwu with a screen on Quickly. Shot by Young. Yep, right through the net. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the thing about Young's jumper, it's almost intimidating. And that unlocks so many other options for him. Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
For three, Ingram traps in the tray. Ingram's got 23.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's the triple. And it's quickly missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go.
And known for the jump shot, Ingram needs to keep firing away with confidence from that spot.
Daniels from outside. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists in the game. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Daniels. Lets it go from deep. Okongwu against Boucher. Boucher with it. No good with the triple.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Raptors.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Brandon Ingram.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Boucher with the steal. And here's Ingram from the arc. Sinks the triple. And the Raptors lead by 13.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Quickly. over Okongwu. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Johnson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul. R.J. Barrett. That's his first personal foul.
And that one falls for Johnson. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with Johnson. And it's Williams in at the 3.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Outside Johnson. Launches a 3. Rebound Toronto. On the wing quickly. Williams defending. And it's quickly with a miss. Here's Brooklyn. Thomas outside. And the Nets miss again. Pass to Ingram. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson. The Nets have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Outside Johnson. Hey, expanding his range. And Claxton gets it to go on the assist by Johnson.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
Pulls it from the top of the key. Offensive board. Outside, Williams. Second chance effort. Johnson with a bucket.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
The Raptors have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Ingram. And there's the drive. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
The length of Ingram is something else. Gets up to slam it in a second's notice because of it.
Johnson passes to Claxton. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
3 points.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. It's Barrett on the wing. Ingram on the wing. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. The Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J. Ingram's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And now the Raptors on the break. Here's Pirtle. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There was a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
Now here's quickly. Barnes controls the rebound and the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Johnson finds Thomas. There's the 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Raptors have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Outside Ingram. Lets it fly. Barnes passes to Pirtle. Williams against Barrett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Soft touch off the glass. Barrett's got his second basket.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Raptors lead by 3. The 3 from quickly. Rebounded by Johnson. Brooklyn has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And Brooklyn has possession. Here's Thomas. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And here's Ingram outside. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the contest. And we've got 28 seconds left in the opening quarter. And it's Barrett off the drive. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Barrett's teammates and coaches love when he shows some edge, slashing to the rim with purpose.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Johnson's got 8 points.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
It's all tied in Toronto. And back in a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
On the floor for Brooklyn, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Johnson is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. And Toronto has possession. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Ingram against Thomas. Ingram, pass to Boucher. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Boucher's got his first 2 points.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score. Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Not enough room to get just like an easy layup.
The 3 from Quickly. Fires in the triple. He's got 5.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Thomas. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Johnson for 3. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight. The 3 from Quickly. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. Thomas outside. Goes back up. Jump shot is good that time. Thomas has got 10 points.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
The Nets with a lead. Knocked away. Here we go, 1-on-1. And here's Ingram from the arc. And that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Thomas passes to Claxton. 3-pointer off the mark. Toronto's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get. He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Rejected by Barnes. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And the Nets making a change here. Whitehead's checked in.
Derek Whitehead.
1:36 left in the first half. It's stolen by Barnes. And here's the fast break. Here's Barrett. Brooklyn pulls it in. Thomas outside. From behind the arc. Whitehead can't get it to go. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Brooklyn trailing. Thomas outside. Pass to Whitehead. Launches it. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Boucher. Nice move. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Thomas. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Whitehead. Here's Claxton. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Claxton's got 8 points. And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already, and we're not even in the second half. I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Ingram against Thomas. Johnson a screen on Ingram. And here's Thomas from the arc. He drops it from range. 13 points in the game. Puts up a deep 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Brooklyn out in front, leading by just 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
We've got Jakob Poeltl, and it's Mobo in at the 4-man position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. From deep, Melton. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And a fast break now for the Raptors. And there's the lob. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
This is legit showmanship right here. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the tomahawk there.
That's more than just getting 2 points. That was sending a clear message. Poeltl grabs a miss. Poeltl's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's Mobo. Trips down the breakaway slam.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Melton passes to Watford. Back to Melton. The baseline J, and he hits the jumper.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Dick. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. The Nets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Sharp. Melton outside. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Nets lead by 2.
Oh, fantastic adjustment on the shot against tight defense.
Here's Shed. Outside Dick. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. Dick's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Here's Martin. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. He launches a 3, and the Raptors another 3.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Pass to Martin. From downtown, Poeltl grabs a miss.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
No coverage that time. And now it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Watford with a screen. From deep, Melton hits the trifecta. Melton's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Watford with a screen. Throws it up high. Martin, left side. Fires the 3. Doesn't go for him. Raptors lead by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Ali LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. EA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Ali. Thank you. 6 to shoot from deep, Melton. Here's Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
59 seconds left in the third. Pass to Battle. The 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Watford the pass to Martin. Outside Sharp. Watford with a screen. Shot clock at 5. No good on the triple. Toronto's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. That shot wide open. Dick's got 14 points now in the second half.
Certainly he has the ability to take over games. Dick's doing it early in his career.
Knocks down the triple.
For 3.
And here are the Raptors now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Shed. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Over to the wing. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow! And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Toronto out in front. They're up by 8. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Brooklyn. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with Johnson. And it's Williams in at small forward. And the call will be against Nicholas Claxton. That's his first foul. Raptors lead by 8. Outside Ingram. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Thomas.
Oh,
yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Williams from long range sends it home from three-point land.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Outside Ingram. Pass to Quickly. Back to Ingram. Fires the 3. Hits the three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Williams on the wing, guarded by Barrett. Williams' shot is good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Count that bucket. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Johnson a screen on quickly from the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
The pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Nets trail by 3. The shot. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Ingram against Thomas. Claxton with the block. Fast break, Brooklyn. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. Now just a 1-point Raptor lead. Boucher on the screen. Quickly from outside. A rebound by the Nets. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Ooh, poked away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. Outside Johnson to take the lead. Rebound Toronto. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. The 3, Barrett. Pure from 3-point range.
And you know Barrett wants the ball in his hands, especially on these big possessions.
And here's Thomas from the arc. They get it back. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Brooklyn has gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by quickly. Pass to Ingram. Outside Barrett. Back to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Ingram's got 5 points in the quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Williams from long range. Some solid defense from Barrett. Ingram with the ball. Boucher a screen on Thomas. And here's Ingram outside. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. And it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throw now.
Gets a hand on it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Now quickly. And so Toronto takes the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson.